Hey team, I'm glad to be back with you again. I want to talk to you about something that I'm hoping maybe one day I'll even write a little booklet on it or something like that. But I know Knox and I have talked about it several times when we're watching sportscasts, when we're watching ESPN, Fox Sports, whatever we happen to be watching. But I want to talk to you today about the subject of 1-0. And what I mean by that is detail, and I'll tell you about what I mean as we talk about a different sport real quick. Here's the thing. If you go to the NBA, and we love watching the NBA and can't wait till the games are starting back again. Fans or no fans, I'm ready to see some basketball. I'm ready to see some football. But here's the thing. When you look back at the last championship, if you look back at the Raptors and the Warriors, and you look at their games, here's what I've always noticed. It doesn't matter how little the winning team wins by. It doesn't matter. I remember Game 5 in that series where the Warriors beat the Raptors by 1 point. I think it was like 106 to 105. Okay, it was Game 5, and they beat them by 1 point. Now the Raptors were up then. They were up. I think it was 3-2. At that point, after that game, they were up 3-2. But here's the thing. All the sportscasters ESPN could talk about now, 106 to 105. You're talking about less than 1% difference between the teams. And this is all they did. All they talked about was how great the Warriors were and how bad the Raptors had been that night. Now, they knew the Raptors were good, but they talked about the Raptors, how good they were on the nights they won, and they may have won by 4 or 5. You know, whether it's Game 1, I think it was 119 to 108 or 109, something like that. But, I mean, even in those times, they did the same thing. Even if you only won by, 7.7% margin, even if you did that, they would talk about that winning team like they did everything right, and they talk about the losing team as though they did everything wrong. And it's just crazy to me. Win by 1 point and all week long, in fact, for a couple of days rather, before the next playoff game, all they're going to talk about is how good the winning team did and how bad the losing team did. And I never can understand that. It was 1 point. The only thing that separated them that night, listen to 1 point, that's a free throw. And look, and that's a foul that didn't need to be given at sometimes. And sometimes fouls need to be given, but there was a foul that didn't need to be given that was given. All of a sudden, this cat's at the free throw line. He's getting points after point. That is one free throw, folks. That's one three-pointer instead of a two-pointer. There's so many different scenarios there that could cause a team to lose by 1. But to lose by that margin, it looks like, ESPN and the rest of them would understand, hey, listen, this wasn't a lopsided game. Why are we acting like it was lopsided? If the Warriors had won every game by 1, then they're the greatest, ever kind of thing, and here they were by a total of 4 games it would have been. If the Warriors had won by 1, they would have won the total series 4-0. 4 points to nothing. That's not how it went down. All I'm saying is detail. That 1 point made all the difference. We look to the NFL. We look just in 2019. It was the AFC Championship. You got Kansas City Chiefs, and you got the New England Patriots, and everybody's pulling for the Chiefs, man. Here's this new quarterback, Mahomes. He's doing great. He's running around. He's acting crazy. He is phenomenal, and everybody's wanting him to go to the Super Bowl. I'm glad he went. I'm glad he won. But the year before, he's facing Tom Brady. Here's what we got. You're looking at this thing and you're going, my goodness, they've got all the chances in the world. They're back and forth with the Patriots. What a game. We're watching this thing, and finally a good game we can watch here, and there's a chance. And oh my goodness, there's this play at the end of the game. Where the Chiefs have the opportunity to win. Tom Brady's back. He's about to score and go up, and he throws an interception. But then there's a penalty flag on the defense for the Chiefs. Penalty flag. Ford is in the neutral zone. He's lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty, replay 3rd down. Oh, my goodness, what in the world? Here was an interception that could have changed the game. Now, look, I understand every single penalty leads up to what happens there. If you're ahead by 3, if you had scored, if you had allowed a drive, if the offense had kept the drive going and another drive and was able to score, there are tons of things, ifs and buts and candy and nuts and all those kind of things like that coulda, woulda, shoulda happened. Okay, I get it. But that one thing at that one moment is all everybody could talk about for such a long time was that one play. Guys, I want to talk to you a second, okay? I want to talk to you a second. I want to talk to you a second about details. And I know I got to hurry. I don't want to keep you on a video long, and I don't even know if you've watched this long. But listen to me, guys. This is a game of details. That's why they make me run like this? Why do they make us do this play over and over and over and over? Why is this repetition? It is because those details are going to matter to you. And look, not just in football. Some of you, had you spent a little more time, just a little more time in your grades, you could have done a little better. Some of you, if you had played a little harder, you could have been at another level. Listen, now is your opportunity. At Gordon State, now is your opportunity to show the world that you're going to pay attention to details. I have had friends who didn't do squat in high school, who got into college and finally said, you know what, I'm going to apply my mind. Now they're doctors. I want to tell you something, guys. You can do this. You can be, whether or not it's the next level of football, doesn't matter. When you dream of doing something, it's going to matter. Details are going to matter. Well, those little things are going to matter. And it's paramount that you realize that every little thing, every penalty matters. No, you can't keep it all up here. I messed up. Okay, you messed up. Move on. Let's keep going. But at the same time, realize that's something I cannot do the next time. I'm going to pay attention to the neutral zone. Even Ford said this. He said, look, I know better. I know to watch that ball. I know to see that ball. I know those things. And I'm gonna do better. That's it. That's it, guys. Even if it's as simple as little habits, starting at your home. I'm going to start cleaning up here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep myself tidy. I'm going to look good. I'm going to present myself well. I'm going to learn to communicate with others. We're going to learn on that field that these plays are important, and that this penalty could cost us the game, or this part of my attitude needs to change. All those things, details, 1-0, folks. When you look at those games, it's the very tiniest detail. If that one shot had been blocked, if this had been done, if one free throw had been made, you say, well, look at those guys who are kicking field goals at the end of the game, and if they lose, and this guy, it feels like a chump the rest of his life because he missed a field goal, it could have won him the game. But wait a second, if the defense had held the other team for one less score, if the offense had gotten one more score, it is a team effort, it's a team win, it's a team loss, folks, and it all comes down to details in your life. I promise you guys, if you will start believing in the power of details, in the power of those wins and losses based on what you do on that field and the small things you do, I promise your life will be transformed. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.